So, welcome to my lesson that is Chemistry Form 2. I'm Mr. Abel Ndolwa from here, Kenya. So, today I want us to discuss on preparation of insoluble salt. So, we want to prepare an insoluble salt. So, suppose you have been provided with some of the reagents or some of the chemicals, and then you have been asked, how are you going to prepare an insoluble salt? So, insoluble salt is prepared through a process known as double decomposition or a precipitation reaction. So double decomposition or a precipitation reaction. So a precipitation reaction is a reaction in which solid salts or precipitates are formed from two aqueous solution. So you react to aqueous solution for you to get a precipitate which is a solid. So for the introduction of this topic of salt, we say that salt is an ionic compound which is formed when hydrogen ion in an acid are partially or wholly replaced by a positive charged ion, that is either from a metal ion or ammonium ion. So this insoluble salt can be prepared. Take an example. If we react a solution of magnesium sulfate with a solution of lead nitrate. So we say that magnesium sulfate is a solution because all sulfates are soluble. All sulfates are soluble. So we say that all sulfates are soluble because we have a formula that says that is suso baleka baleka. This means that all sulfates are soluble except barium, lead sulfate, and calcium. But calcium is slightly soluble. Calcium is slightly soluble. So this means that magnesium sulfate exists as a solution, and we say that all nitrates are soluble. All nitrates are soluble. So we say this is NiSo, that is all nitrates are soluble. So it means that the nitrate of lead is soluble. So we have two aqueous solution. That is magnesium sulfate and lead nitrate. So if we react these two solutions, a precipitate is going to be formed. So this precipitate is what we called lead sulfate. Take a chemical equation. So we have a chemical equation here. So if we take a chemical equation, so a chemical equation is an equation in which only symbols are used to represent the chemical present or the reacting chemicals. So the chemical symbol for magnesium sulfate is MgSO4, that is aqueous. And then we have lead nitrate, that is also aqueous. So we have lead, magnesium is valency 2, sulfate is valency 2. So we have valency 2, 2 positive, 2 negative. So when they interchange, they cancel. But lead is valency 2, nitrate is valency 1. They interchange to give. So these two come from the valency of lead. So if we react magnesium sulfate with lead nitrate, we obtain magnesium nitrate, which is a solution, and lead sulfate, which is a solid. So we see we have a precipitate, that is a solid lead sulfate, which precipitates out after a reaction. So how are you going to obtain an ionic equation? So for you to come up with an ionic equation, we rewrite the ion present in aqueous solution. For example, we go back to magnesium sulfate and we see magnesium sulfate is a solution. So it means that it contains magnesium ion and sulfate ion. So we break. So it contains, so we rewrite the ion present in that aqueous solution and omit those ions which do not change during chemical equation. So these ions are known as spectators ion. They are called spectator ions. So we have a solution of magnesium sulfate contain magnesium ion and sulfate ion, and a solution of lead nitrate contain lead ion and nitrate ion. So when this reaction is occur, as the reaction proceed, it is only the cations of the salt, or the cations of the anions of the salts which interchange. It is only the anions which interchange. It means that the anion of lead will be taken by magnesium. This anion will be taken by magnesium. Then the anion of magnesium will be taken by lead. So lead will react with sulfate to form lead sulfate, which is, so this is a solid. This is a solid. This is a solid, that is lead sulfate. Then magnesium will react. Magnesium will react with nitrate ion to form magnesium nitrate, So this is an, so for you to come up with an ionic equation, we omit those ions which do not change. For example, magnesium is aqueous, so we cancel out this is aqueous. At the product side, this is aqueous. Then nitrate, this is aqueous, this is aqueous. So we cancel. So these are the precipitators ion. So we cancel out. Then we write lead ion reacting with sulfate ion. We form what we called lead sulfate. So this lead sulfate is called a precipitate. So this is a method by which insoluble salts can be prepared. That is lead sulfate. So this is an ionic equation. So thank you for watching my video. So I just want to assure you that I'm going to offer you quality videos and you will enjoy. So welcome to the next lesson. Thank you.